When you get to a new city, or you get to a new town, you get to a new country, there are 4 keys that you need in your personal life that you need to access in order for you to understand spiritual discernment over cities and over regions. Number 1, what you need to operate with is spiritual revelation that precedes regional authority. When we enter a new city or a new territory, it's not enough to simply act in the natural. You must receive spiritual revelation, understanding the spiritual patterns of that particular place, the dominant forces and spiritual principalities that are reigning and dominating that particular place. That's very important in order for you to have effective ministry. Just as much as natural army scouts the terrain before a battle, spiritual warriors, they must be able to discern spiritual landscape. The Bible clearly says in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers. Against principalities and against powers. Number 2, you need to understand territorial spirits versus individual demons. When you enter into a city, you need to focus on territorial spirits rather than individualistic demons. When Jesus encountered Legion in Mark chapter 5, he was not merely focusing on a single demon, but when Jesus came through, it was a confrontation of a territorial spirit that had dominion over that region of the gatherings, or over that country, or over that territory there, the Bible says. Legion pleaded at that particular moment that he may not be sent out of the region. And when you look at that, Legion was territorial, whereas some of us, we are individualistic. We focus on individuals. Don't just focus on individual deliverance. Focus on regional liberation. Focus on territorial liberation. Cast out demons from a territory, and so that people that are bound and that are in darkness will naturally come out into the light of God. And number 3, understand the gates and the portals of the city. In biblical terms, when you look at it, gates are places of influence. They are places of commerce, judgment, and spiritual traffic. When you look at Genesis chapter 28 verse 17, the Bible speaks about the Jacob's ladder, which was a portal. And you need to understand that to influence a city, you must be able to discern and gain access to its spiritual gates. Jesus met the Samaritan woman at the well, a place that was a place of access and a spiritual significance in that particular time. So in order for you to encounter that, to encounter a citywide revival, you need to identify these places. This woman became a voice.
And in you has to resurrect. The power in you has to come out. We have to play with that potential until it begins to manifest. Until you start to believe that the Lord that says he can heal, he can heal. Until you start to believe the Lord that is of the supernatural is the God of the supernatural. Until you come out of your place where you think it's only rain that causes plants to grow, and get to a place where you understand the sustainer of the universe. He can sustain plants with no water.
That opened up the gates of that particular city for the gospel. Lastly, you need prophetic evangelism that unlocks cities. Strategic prophetic encounters like Jesus, when he encountered this woman, he opened a gate for mass transformation. So one accurate word of knowledge shifted her trajectory, and she became the conduit through which an entire city encountered Christ. Many of those Samaritans, when you check, from that time believed in him because of the woman's testimony at that particular time. So as I close, I want you to understand that before winning a city, you must understand it spiritually and structurally. Discern the strongholds, the principalities, and the cultural gates. Focus not on casting demons from individuals, but on breaking spiritual oppressions on entire region. Position yourself as a spiritual gate and operate in the prophetic strategy to unlock the city for the kingdom. I pray the Lord bless you, and I pray the Lord increase you.